The NFL on EA. Capital city of London, England. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway here in England. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 20. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
First look is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Geno now to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Now Geno on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter.
Okay, break.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The 20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple 1st downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks make over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Caught by Wilson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And cycle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, catch made, right side by Wilson. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Forced out to his left. And a completion to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua to throw again. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Throwing again on second down. Tua going right back to Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Tua. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
60 average, 60 back, 19 right.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. Finding room at midfield. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Geno. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Myers' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready?
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 32 yards. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Gtowncapp to return it from his end zone here. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Smith now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jeff Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Gtowncapp to return it from his end zone here. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out. Yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The slot man in motion right. They'll try and run. It's Dallas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. They'll try the air now with Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Lockett in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
On the ball, now.
On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. To throw is Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's thrown.
It's not that impressive with the accuracy and the timing and the guy trying to throw the football. And on that throw, they ended up forcing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
That's the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
70 Ranger.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Here's Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After the sack on 1st down, Smith. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
3. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st, they'll go back to Wilson. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Now come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on third down. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Tua now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Tua to throw again. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coach is always talking about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long, it's Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Phillips, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. But Charles, this offense just can't seem to get off the ground.
But the quarterback, he has to keep picking himself off the ground because this pass rush, they've been on him so far in a big way. 3 sacks here in the first half. He might tell his offensive line, quit helping me up and just block the guys in front of you.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The final shot here before break. Smith. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Let's go now.
On On second down, it's Walker. They find some open field here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift, and if they get deflated a little bit.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime Miggs had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to put...
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Okay, break.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Let's go. Go set.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Once again, it's Mostert. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
On 2nd and 9, Tua steps away to his left. He's got a man. That's up there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That's good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Geno. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Slot man moves right. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run on first down with Dallas, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
19 driver, 19 driver. 60 evil, tracking 60.
From the red zone now, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They'll say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But the criticism is that he overthrew his man, but yeah, give him credit. He also didn't risk an interception with that type of a throw. Because of that, they still have a chance to put some points on the board.
On 2nd down, Mostert. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
62 blaster.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Dallas up the middle, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it's Smith. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start. .25.
Ready? 79.
Smith going to look to throw right away. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Throwing on second and long. Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Hey, check that, street.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Hot 70.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Being checked. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble.
Okay, ready? Yellow, 1. Ready?
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the cloud that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
60 Maverick.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
60 Vices. 60 Vices. 19 White.
Now Gino. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Seahawks. DJ Dallas, 56 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They hand it off to Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. That's Carter. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. On play action, here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Seahawks 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Gino on 1st down. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. From the gun, it's Walker. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
70 Ranger.
Now Smith. Flush to his right. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Seahawks 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Drop 50.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Sanders on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Seahawks 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
7 Pirates. Panther 11.
On first down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua, a final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin. at the 25. Smith going to go to the air first play. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Flushed out right. It's caught. Lockett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Don't let him run.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 10, Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it. Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Catch made right side by Wilson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Straight ahead, Walker. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, Seahawks nothing.
Down.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. They're on 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. That one caught by Carter. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And oh, it'll be intercepted. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19, Pioneer, come 19, come 19.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Buffalo 18.
Play action. It's Smith. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Watch out for Hill on the return. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready, quick. Watch out now. 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On the ready. 70, triple, set.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. That'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of... to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 40 now on second down. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. This is Mostert. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, set.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. No, and I think he went backward. He did. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Cougar 19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, a run with Dallas. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try for the first with Walker. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
60 Everett, 60 Everett. 19 Wyatt.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Gino. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
18 Redwood.
Gino now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we're taken for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal. Now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ethan Carter taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Seahawks 10. Jason Sanders, the kickoff forward.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Smith.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Pass the 50, pass the 50.
At the 39-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Throwing now is Gino.
He completes this to Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and going. And partner, we got a tie game here in the fourth.
19-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check right.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On the ready. 52.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Seahawks 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Carter. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They hand it off to Mostert, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him. Outside of the 15.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go, Jack.
Smith going to look to throw right away. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Hill on the return.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game. The key to good rushing defense is to have your linebackers set the edge.
So 7 yards for the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 30. 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
79 Broncos, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 Lions.
Now Gino on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 30. 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Top 50, not saying 19.
To throw is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Seven Pirates, Panther 11,
Here's Smith. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Cardinal. 19 tight.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. That way the guys can go sideline to sideline and make plays.
I love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. They're on 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Geno. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready, set.
The final shot here before break. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. Defensively, Puna Ford with a tackle there.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And cycle. Black Ultra.
On play action, here's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Tua.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Off a play action. Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Sanders' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Trying the left side with Walker.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10, but probably everyone's expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Smith on 3rd down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.